Zach here, one of the students on the H Club Panama trip, and I just want to talk about my favorite day of the trip, day 2. It was a day jam-packed with activities that focused on two of the main drivers of Panama's economy, the canal and tourism. We started our day by visiting the canal, then we did a boat tour of Gatun Lake, and then finished up our day with a walking tour of Casa Viejo. This day set the tone for our trip and for many of our discussions. Now let's look at some media from the first part of our day, the canal and Gatun Lake. We started our day bright and early at the canal and watched the grease oil tanker go through the canal's locks. We then watched an animated film narrated by Morgan Freeman that discussed the history of the canal and its role in global trade. We then went on the Gatun Lake boat tour. Here we got to learn more about the history of the canal, especially the flooding of the lake to make the canal. We also got a wildlife tour where we saw monkeys and iguanas. This tour started one of our main discussions on the trip, which was ethical tourism. In this case, it was the ethics of tour guides feeding monkeys. We then finished our day at Casa Viejo, which is Old Town Panama City, and where we spent most of our free time throughout the trip. We got a tour of the different architectures of the building, including Italian, Spanish, and French architecture, showing the varying levels of influence European countries had on Panama. We also got to see some of the wealth disparity that's in Panama. You go from this touristy, very shoppy, wealthy feel at Casa Viejo, and if you look down the street, you can see one of Panama City's biggest slums. All in all, the walking tour of Casa Viejo was a great time, as you learned a bunch of history, and you got to learn the landscape, as this is where you eat most of your meals and spend your free time in. The H Club Panama trip was my favorite experience at the University of Maryland, and day 2 was just one of the many fun days we had on this trip. It's an experience I would recommend to everybody, and one I definitely won't forget. I would share more stories, but I don't want to spoil too much of the fun. I hope to see pictures of some of you guys there next year. It's an amazing experience that you'll regret not doing. Well, that's all I have for you guys now. Bye.